adds a whole new level of tedious to the grocery shopping. Everything has to be sprayed with a diluted bleach spray, wiped, rinsed, and then left to dry. Obviously the fresh stuff you can't really bleach, so I just wash that in hot water and then leave it to dry. We managed to get 4 bottles of rinse aid. We haven't been able to get it in ages, and I don't know how we managed to get 4 because the restrictions on most things are 3. But we wanted to get 2 extra bottles for my friend who I mentioned yesterday, who is a sister on the intensive care unit at the local hospital. She lives just down the road, so I can either leave these out for her on the porch, or I can drop them around and leave them outside her front door. So I'm really pleased to be able to get those for her. She can only go shopping at certain times at the moment because of her shifts, but oh, so tedious. Good morning and welcome to the 9th of April. I've just been washing the shopping. Dan went shopping this morning, and it was a bit of a nightmare. It took him about a good 2 hours to get into the shop, around the shop and out of the shop again. He's just setting up our Kindle Fire Stick, which arrived today, which was a big surprise. Amazon Fire Stick. And we got it for £29, and the next day it went up to £49. Bargain. And once he set it up, I'll be able to stream YouTube and I can do my exercise for today. The kids aren't joining me, and that is fine because it's the Easter holidays, so whatever, they'll be back to it next week. So I might not do Joe Wick's PE, I might do one of his HIIT workouts instead. Yeah, so that's the plan for now. Kids are upstairs getting dressed, so by the time I've exercised it'll be time to start the lunchtime train. Curse you, Joe Wicks. I did his kettlebell workout, which is a lot of legs and arms. I'm going to go and stretch, but the postman arrived halfway through. And I've got something from Katie Green Bean. You also just saw my awful nails then. And I haven't ordered anything, so this is a surprise. So I'm going to go and stretch and then open it and see what it is.
I got my phone back.
Here's the fort. That is an Attic 24 neat ripple. Can't remember what pattern that is. That's just a blanket from Primark.
Wait, we have to
Neat
show
ripple.
you inside. 1 second, Lilia. Don't come in yet. We have to get it all nice.
Camp blanket. Whose camp blanket is this? Is this yours, Lydia?
Yes.
There you go.
Hello.
All right,
Hello.
you can come in
Hello.
now.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Ooh. Oh, what an amazing
You can
fort.
stand up in
Oh,
here.
and we've got the big happy blanket wrapped around. Oh, look, it's a huge fort. You can stand up in it.
Yeah, and you can pound.
Look at this. And stand up in the fort and look pink.
But I sit down in the fort.
You're sitting.
we
Oh,
have
and there's
chairs.
chairs in the fort as well. I've not even got in the bath yet,
Look,
girls.
I made my own bed. And look, this is how it was.
Amazing.
And we had cinnamon rolls in here. We have our drinks, because I have my own little table.
My hair is worse than ever. I look like I should have like soft focus and be in an 80s music video. But I think I'm past the point of having any care about this. I've just been tidying up. We've had a huge sort out the last few days, and I'm just putting some of the bits that are kind of hovering in between being put away, if that makes sense, because you always pull stuff out and think, right, that's not going back in. I'm going to find another home for it or get rid of it, and then it needs sorting. So I'm just doing a bit of that. You can see a bit of mess behind me here. We've still got the school books, and then there's some plaster of Paris stuff drying that Phoebe's going to paint, some crochet, and well, it's really hard doing this looking back. Yeah, and just various bits like that. So I'll get those later. And I'm going to do a bit of filing as well. I've worked out what might be the problem with my as if tee. So a few people said, count your stitches. Are you sure you've cast on 180? It could be more, and you could have just made a silly mistake. So I thought, yeah, that's completely plausible. That may well have happened. So I went and counted my stitches. and I did have 180. I have put on the right amount, but I thought I'm not ruling out the idea of me having made a ridiculous mistake. So I went back, I measured my gauge again, and I realised, hang on, I'll show you. This is the gauge measurer thingy thing, which has got some kind of fluff on it, that I was using from Yarnistry. And I measured my gauge with this, and it came out as having 8 stitches per inch. And then I thought, right, I'm going to go back and measure again. And then I looked at it and thought, this is a 2-inch gauge measure, not a 1-inch gauge measure. So I'm not getting 8 stitches per inch, I'm getting 4, which, if you work that out on 180 stitches, will give me an extra 5 inches more than 4.5 stitches. So it's 5 inches too long, which makes much more sense. And that big yell you just heard is Dan coming back in from his run. The girls and I were going to go for a walk. I just don't think I can be bothered. I might just go tomorrow. We're on the school run. Well, we decided to bear it. Dan went out for a run and he's in the shower, so the girls and I are just having a short walk, and we thought we would head down to their school to remind ourselves of what it was like and then walk back the way we would normally walk on the school run.
Amber lives there.
It's cooling down now. Still very sunny and it's cooling down.
I'm surprised I remember where my friends live.
The trees that have been planted on the little grassy area outside Phoebe's school have started to grow. So I wonder how big they'll be by the time we're allowed back to school. Just keeps getting fluffier every time I come on. I begin to look like that man on the train in Ghost. Get off my train!
Look, I've had a haircut. Ooh.
Oh yeah, and Dan's got my hair.
I cannot help you.
Right, the little parcel from Katie
Actually,
Green Bean. Hang on. Gone into a quieter place. So the little parcel from Katie Green Bean was from my lovely, lovely friend Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. And it said in it it's an early birthday gift, but I'm going to put it away and open it on my birthday, which is showing enormous restraint for me because normally I open things immediately. But I'm going to put it away because it's going to be quite a subdued birthday, obviously in lockdown, and it'd be lovely to have that to open. So thank you, Sarah. I'm really looking forward to knowing what's inside. I'm not even going to try and work it out. I'm going to give it to Dan and he's going to hide it.
What we're doing here is we are using natural environment from my Woodland Trust to colour in this picture.
Yeah, we've collected things from the garden.
This one is my favourite.
With a bit of paper and tested everything to see what gave good colours. And now she's colouring in the picture with the things she's collected from the garden. But that green is coming from a piece of sort of ornamental grass thing. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, this really nice green I've used.
That
is yellow, that one.
That's from a flower that's growing in the lawn.
That was from a crab apple. You got a bit the seed from the yellow.
Way back at Christmas, or just before Christmas, I met up with lovely Becky of Bats Blighty, and we went to Hever Castle and I bought this. I've just found it at the back of the fridge, so Dan and I are going to try it. It's made here in Kent. It's luxury liqueur infused with strawberries, raspberries, blackberries and vodka.
What do you think I should do?
What do you think of it, Dan?
It's lovely, and I don't normally like vodka, but that is delicious.
It tastes like strawberry ice cream sauce. You couldn't drink much of it though, could you?
Yes, good.
Just getting ready to go outside and do the clap for the NHS. It's just before 8 o'clock and we're just going to go outside and join all of our neighbours from a respectable social distance and clap for our carers.
I do. I'm back in it.
You want one?
Do you want to do this? No.
Are you wearing shoes?
Come on.
I got sauce for today. Oh no,
Get the neighbours out.